All right, it is now week 9 of Booneville Bearcat football, and as you can see right there, Booneville beat the undefeated West Fork Tigers 36-0. Well, you all know how this one's going to start off, so let's say it together. So I got up there at about halftime. Very good, class. Of course, before I left, kept hearing the fireworks going off a few times, and I really had no idea that the Bearcats were leading this much, but at halftime, it was that score, 36-0, and it pretty much stayed that way throughout the entire rest of the game, as you can see. And honestly, I got to give credit where credit's due. Booneville beat an undefeated team, and the sad part about it was, wow, I would have really thought that West Fork would have had a huge crowd because, you got to think, okay, Booneville's going into this game 7-1, West Fork's going in 8-0. Now, if your team's undefeated, obviously you want to be there, you want to support them, you want to get everybody out there, everything like that. And I don't know if it could have been because of the cold weather, a lot of people on West Fork's side didn't show up, or if maybe they just thought, well, they're going to win, what's the point in going? In the stands, there were not really a whole lot of people, and the grassy area where people usually sit at too, there was hardly anybody, maybe 4 or 5 people on the West Fork side. Booneville, not exactly the biggest size crowd they had, but they had enough people there cheering them on and everything like that. And, yeah. I really don't understand why cheerleaders want to try and get the crowd going if they pretty much know that their team is being completely annihilated. And that's something that happened about I think it was the Dover game. Booneville was running over them pretty good, and the cheerleaders were doing everything they could to get the crowd into the game. And the crowd just sat there, and the band just cheered on. Or it could have been Dardanelle. It might have been Dardanelle. I'm not 100% sure, but one of those two. But I found it really, really funny. And so you got the cheerleaders out there for West Fork going, come on, let's hear you. And they're just sitting there just not saying anything, not doing anything. It's like it's like they were sitting on their hands, either for warmth or they were just sitting there going, we're not going to cheer. We've lost. Booneville's leading at halftime, and they're still leading. We're all going to go home now. And the parking area, the grassy part of it, surprisingly, it didn't have that many cars sitting in it. And I would have thought, again, a game like this, they probably would have packed it. But again, it could have been because of the cold weather, but there were enough people there supporting Booneville. And if I were to count up how many people were there to support West Fork, I've seen more shows I've seen more people show up for an independent show full of wrestlers of people they don't even know. So yeah. So next week, Booneville, I'm telling you, Booneville, don't even go. Just let them have the win. Let them win by forfeit. They're taking on Subiaco Academy, and as I said last week, Subiaco Academy is pretty much the Cleveland Browns of 4A Arkansas football. They hardly ever win, and I think we all pretty much can predict that Booneville is going to annihilate Subiaco Academy. If I were to take a wild guess on how bad Booneville's going to do, and normally I don't do this, but back when Reno and I did these videos, he would do a guest video, so or a guest pick, I should say. So I'm going to say Booneville will defeat Subiaco Academy 54-0. I don't know. If it even comes close to that, I'll be surprised. But no, I take it back. 54-8. At least let them get at least one touchdown and one field goal. So yeah, 54-8. Put me down for that one, I guess. But yeah, it'll be an away game next week. That is if Booneville feels like going. I wouldn't, because I think we all know they're going to just steamroll over them. All right, so if you were at the game tonight, whether you supported Booneville or West Fork. Love to hear from you guys in the comments below about how you thought it went, and how well do you think Booneville's going to do against Subiaco Academy next Friday. Let's face it, Booneville's going to the playoffs, so yeah, this has been their best year in quite some time. So I will be back here again next Friday with the Booneville Subiaco Academy results. I don't know why. We already know the Booneville's going to win. So yeah, take care of yourselves, guys. And of course, if you want to, subscribe to Reno's channel. Maybe one of these days I'll put up some new videos whenever he can. If you want to go check out my channel, it's Doc the Metal Freak. So until next Friday, thanks for watching, everybody. God bless you all, and try to stay warm. Unless you're in a very warm state, and then you're lucky you just can run an air conditioner for a few hours. See you guys later.